Hello everyone! In today's talk, we are going to give you some insight about this particular country named Georgia. So, let's begin. Once part of the Soviet Union, Georgia is a young nation that fought for its independence, culture and future, and that is one of the most peaceful countries in the world. A traveler-friendly country with a politic of free travel. It's an excellent destination for vacations or globe-trotting, and is also known for its humble and friendly citizens who are willing to help you out and maybe invite you for some dinner. Because yes, having a great time together and food go hand in hand in Georgia. Talking about Georgia, did you know that Georgia is not actually its name? Georgia's real name is Sakartvelo, just like their citizens are called Kartvelians. There are many theories about the origin of these names, but that's something we'll see later. For now, let's continue. About its location. Georgia is located in the Caucasia region. That's it, at the border of Western Asia and Eastern Europe, and is bound to the Black Sea. Because of this, Georgia is a quite mountainous country with its 1,000 meters surface altitude. With a privileged location, Georgia is situated in between the Lesser Caucasus by the south and the Greater Caucasus Mountains by the north. Apart from its diversity of landscapes and weather along all of its regions, Georgia's location also plays an important role over the agricultural aspect of the country as, despite its geographical characteristics, Georgians were capable of growing various types of crops by taking advantage of the rivers passing through areas where agriculture was possible. When talking about Georgia's surrounding countries, it is neighbor to Russia, Turkey, Armenia, and Azerbaijan, and maintains good relations with the three latter. With the first, however, is another story. Due to the shared past as allies and then enemies during the war, their relationship remains tumultuous even today, despite having religious and historical ties between them. For example, both countries have accused each other of espionage over the years. Russia banned Georgian wine in 2006, and that same year started deporting Georgian citizens on visa violations, among other events that obviously strained the relationship between the two countries. But even so, Georgia acts as a gateway for trading and exporting for its neighbors, and tries to maintain a respectful relationship with them. In terms of natural resources, well, Georgia has always been a country of rich, fertile lands. As mentioned before, despite its geographical characteristics, Georgians manage to cultivate and produce a diversity of natural products, such as tea, cotton, citrus, and tobacco, that help not only its people, but also its economy. The main line of the traditional Georgian economy is oenology. With more than 500 types of grape, wine has always been one of the basic exports of Georgia. However, while Georgia's natural resources such as coal or lignite are not that abundant, manganese is present in considerable quantities. Oil is also present in Georgia's list of natural resources, and although it comes from Azerbaijan's capital Baku, it's the Georgian city of Batumi that refines and exports the resource. For tourism, we can say that Georgia is a unique, beautiful, and unknown territory adorned with spectacular mountains, fantasy landscapes, and beaches worth visiting. The general warmth of this country as a whole welcomes tourists with affection, and it makes foreigners feel at home. You can get to know its essence, for example, in the Msketa Cathedral Monastery that amazes its visitors with its imposing architecture or other religious buildings that you can find all over the country, even in the most remote areas. There's also Tbilisi, its capital, that is one of the main destinations, or let's say, the first stop in your itinerary, since from here you have easy access to the nearby mountains, desert, and wine regions of the country. With these examples, we can say that there's a lot to do and visit in Georgia, but what is more exciting than to explore all by yourself? But amid several different sectors such as the oil, metals, natural gas, plastics, nuclear energy, transportation, and pharmaceutical, tourism has had great difficulties to take off for various reasons. Despite that, during the last years the number of visitors has increased by almost 5%, yet is still too dependent on political stability to be completely confident that this progress will continue. However, ecotourism has become one of the reasons there's more tourism in Georgia. Services and activities like boating tours, bird watching, eco-educational tours, hiking, horse riding, among others, have become a great source of income and progress for tourism. Now, in the case of accessing the country, most citizens for other countries don't need a visa, so they only have to carry their passport. This is because Georgia has declared that nearly 50 countries are allowed to free travel, letting their citizens to have a 1 year stay or so in Georgia.
Now, we'll talk about the cuisine, which is unique in the world and attracts many tourists. Georgian cuisine is unique with a variety of dishes that include meats and vegetables of a mix of ancient and European origins. And it's to believe that the fact that Georgia was one of the countries on the Silk Road had its traveling influencing Georgian cuisine. In Georgia, wine has a special place in its overall culture and is always served during meals or special events. It's said that this was the country that discovered wine. Can you believe it? Several archaeological pieces found on Georgian ground seem to support this statement. Cuisine is a very important part of Georgian culture, along with their love of family and friends. Continuing with gastronomy data, each region of Georgia has its very own dishes that are cooked with very own ingredients not found elsewhere along the country. These are some: the kachapuri, a baked dough filled with cheese and the neck yolk in the middle, mainly from Emery; tzatziki, chicken or turkey meat served with nut sauces from Uria. In addition, we can find vegetarian options among Georgian dishes, and one of these most popular one is the lobio, which is prepared mainly with beans and has different ways of preparation. This makes Georgian cuisine attractive to many foreigners who will be able to enjoy a great variety of dishes on their visit. Another important fact we need to know about Georgia is its official language, which belongs to the Garbilian language family. Georgian is the mother tongue of nearly 4 million Georgians, approximately 80% of Georgia's population. An interesting fact of this system is that all the letters are unicase, meaning no use of capital letters, and it must be written from left to right. It also has a very special appearance that the third person doesn't have a gender, unlike other languages. When a Georgian wants to refer to someone, they say that instead of he or she. Proceeding with country data, Georgia's GDP, that is the gross domestic product measure, is approximately $8 billion. The country has shown an excellent and encouraging growth rate of 9%, although Georgia has not achieved to leave the top 25 poorest countries in the world. In addition, according to the latest official statistic, it's estimated that 54% of the population live below the poverty line. Also, external debt is of a great concern as it's approaching $2 billion. Another problem of Georgia is the difficulty in improving exports. Currently, the amount of imports is 3 times higher than that of exports. Like in our country, education in Georgia is very important and is compulsory. It contains three stages: elementary, basic, and secondary. However, in Georgia, the school year runs from September to June. The elementary stage is compulsory and runs up until age 12, and then the basic stage begins. Here, education is no longer compulsory. Georgia's education is of high equality and has improved to this point over the years. Another important point is that the government has introduced the teaching of English from elementary school, and a strategy to improve the integration of children into the world of work, without forgetting the ethnic variety and their needs at the local level. So, let's finish with some interesting facts. Georgia is home of the oldest cities in Europe, and these are called Kutaisi and Mtskera. Both were declared World Heritage Site by UNESCO due to the cultural monuments, such as cathedrals, monasteries, museums, and archaeological sites. This could surprise you, but did you know that Joseph Stanley was Georgian? He was born in Georgia and made a political career there before venturing into other places. And today it's possible to find a museum dedicated to him. So, we hope you enjoyed the curiosities of Georgia, which for history makes unique in the world.